people are ready. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Taking it about the 16. Touchdown, Titans! That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 20-yard line. They begin with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Meanwhile, Willis, a throw on target to Burks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. The Titans at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Henry up the middle. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Willis on 3rd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We all know how talented an athlete Malik Willis was coming out of Liberty, but lost in his running ability was simply how powerful an arm he has as well. There's not a throw in the playbook he doesn't have the strength to make, and it's all about how well he can place those throws. Between that arm and his legs, his ceiling, easily one of the top ones in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Willis on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A handoff, running left, Henry. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been...
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Willis now off the play fake. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down picked up by T.Y. Hilton. Now in his 11th season, you have to wonder if we're seeing the finale of a decorated career. 4 Pro Bowls to his credit. He still believes he has a big year left in him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mustang 19. Cowboy 80. Trap 50. Trap 50.
1st and 10, Willis. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And he slings one that's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Willis will look to throw it. Caught left side by Hilton. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd down, it's Willis. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And some room to run now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Willis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Willis to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Traylon Burks with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's complete to Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams, 69 yards.
And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Again, it's Henry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Airing it out deep for Woods.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, it's Willis.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
After the penalty, it's Henry, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Willis's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again to throw. Willis on second down.
Shoves him aside.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Fourth down, Willis. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Henry running right.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And the Raiders have got him.
Tyler Lancaster.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry.
60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Willis, fourth down here. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Chigakonkwo
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Titans are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. First and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Back to throw, Willis. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. He gets it to Burks again.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Bullock good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
And this will be taken at the 13.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Henry's got it out on the left side.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man downfield is Woods.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter. Up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the